Yo, the black at the very desita the juice, the enzo spalla di cremora. Diski Spreaders, we are back at it again. I'm here with my co-host, Motsipe, and I'm your host of your favorite most. We are here rolling with Mr Sello, Maebela, the person who made us to come here. He will just shortly introduce himself after just Motsipe introducing himself. Motsipe, can you please just introduce yourself, Baba?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. Right here, edit again, on my Maebela Sports Ground. It's your boy, CSKA, aka the Brazilian Kak, Kev El Presidente, Motsepe.
Yeah, Mr. Maebela, can you just jump in and introduce yourself?
What time is it this afternoon? My guys, let me take this time to greet you all of you and your co-producer and producers and your crew, all of them. Nagalibito ke Sello ka sefane ke Maebela, president ya Maebela Group Foundation. Sure.
Okay, we just got a little bit of him, but we'll just hear a lot from him during the episode. Mr. Maebela, we are here, Kawena. There's a lot that you're doing for the community. There's a lot that you are giving out to the community. You are just with whatever that's happening here. What was the mandate when you started this thing from Kotlase? What was your vision? Kautoma this thing from Koma Tomon first edition.
Look, if you were following the tournament, it started like 2021. It was COVID time. We were all bored. Movement was minimal, so we had to find a way so that the social event is so that so that was the main reason when we started this. But to be honest, I never thought that this was gonna be big like it is now. So now this thing is so big whereby but by Mela June 16 or by Mela Maebela Winter Games every year. So what I've realized every year after the event the 16th of June, you'll find people already preparing for the next edition, which will be the following year, June 16.
Okay, as you just said, le Tomile le Boreile ka 2021.
Yeah.
So far, ki ing irang Maebela Tournament Winter Games different from the tournament that's so far?
Look, our tournament has a meaning. One is to alleviate poverty. Since people are busy making some income on our tournament. Secondly, is to take people away from streets and have a way for a day. Thirdly, we chose June 16 specifically because we want to commemorate those who fought for us for Nalo and not like this today. So that's why it doesn't matter when it's June 16, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We don't say because of it, let's adjust to weekend. That's why our final will always be June 16. And when people say to me, why is such a date? They go about our Christmas. You got it 25, it's at December. It doesn't matter what it's early. You got it 25, it's at December.
Yeah.
So let my group finals, they got it 16 June. It doesn't matter what it's I believe all the tournaments in Chizeli Rahala, they can adjust date as much as they want, but with us are adjusted date. That's the unique part of everything.
So like Mr. The last time we had a chat with you, you mentioned something or this tournament, I know the sponsors and all that. So like what could be the main reason for you to reach out to the sponsors?
This is what I normally say to people.
Yeah.
When you wake up in the morning, you know that you must eat breakfast. And mostly the common thing eba mo breakfasting you can eat anything mo breakfasting but marona le nthongwe one o tshwantse re o etse ke borotho.
Yeah.
And I ona borotho bo botswang bo tsama botsena ka mo metseng ya batho bore koko ke khopela on reke nje for breakfast or as part of your meal.
Yeah.
So even this tournament, that's how we've crafted it. We'll never go and knock to anybody, ask him for the sponsorship, because our vision is Tigering. What we want to achieve is Tigering. So it's either people must come and say, we want to join you. Reina will never go to people and say, can you help us?
Yeah.
Because from where we are, as much as you can see how big is the tournament, with all the money that we are incurring as much as cost, but we don't have a problem. We are saying we'll still go as much as we can up until people come and knock at our doors, not the other way around.
Okay, so as you just said now, what can you say to someone who wants to start their own tournament and Lena as not sponsor, Lena ikemetse a batla go tshwana le Maebela ka mokgwa ele?
This will come as a jealous, mara it's not. I wouldn't advise anyone to start this, honestly.
And I was about to get there.
I measure my stress through my hair. And those who know me will never see my hair like I'm quilling that day. And you won't believe if I can tell you, just last week he said it tells you the magnitude of stress that comes. Yeah, because ke kera tlhogo ke rata tlhogo clean and then ke bete measure stress saka based on my hair. Moriri wa ka kwana go nompotsa my stress level. So I'll say to people who want to start this to say, look for more organized structures, and something like this. Be part of it. Either you partner with them or you became a funder or a sponsor to it. But to start something new, it's still going to be very, very difficult because the tournaments now, the main one, to the club the minimal, especially Mohammed Skrala. And for a team that to come and join a tournament, they first check how much is on the table, how much are they going to spend to get to the finals, and in case they win the tournament, how much will they take home? So if we wake up and say to people, we're at 32 and then of over 200,000, you are as good as saying nothing. You rather say to people, we're at a tournament, is in the price. Because that money, as much as it's 100 rand, you feel like it will clear as part of the cost is out travel every week. So, the underlying costs, there are many underlying costs. You see the first day or a tournament is staying, what's happening to our soccer field, and what is happening now. The cost they don't So the other thing that I also want to advise people, don't ever do a tournament if you want to make money out of it. If you want to make money out of it, you must know that you'll be in a wrong business. On this one, you just take out, there is no return. That's something I can say.
So with you saying there are many challenges with you starting a tournament, what are the biggest challenges that you have faced since you have started the tournament?
It's when my referees can't take decisions like the 1 year All-Star Dagas, whereby we end up being crucified as if we got to favor a certain team over the eye. I don't have a team. And even if in Gabali team, I won't allow it to play for my tournament because it will be unfair for to participate my team on the tournament and then if it's you lose. So for obvious reasons, I don't favor any of the team that is playing, and I would have a favorite to say we shall get a winner. There is nothing I can do. It's not up to me which team wins, but also I believe my officials somehow they fail me, and then that's the only challenge. Money challenge, any other challenge. I believe this thing needs to be fair to the teams because the tournament is made out of teams, and if the team fill out their rupiah, then next they won't have a tournament. So the only thing that will make us to have a tournament is when our officials be fair as much as they can.
So you came up to a decision, Yahore, the teams, they have to start the game. What led to that decision? Because some feel Hore, it's unfair for Mudagazi because they come far from here, and then some feel like it's unfair for All Stars because the penalty shouldn't be retaken. So what led you to take that decision, Yahore, game Itome the next coming week, which was yesterday?
Well, there is something we call emotional intelligence. And emotional intelligence, it must be used when the emotions are high.
Yeah.
We need to have somebody who will be above all of us.
Yeah.
I know I'm saying something that is very impossible.
Yeah.
I can tell you now, any decision that we're gonna take last week, especially whether it's a retake or a goal,
Yeah.
none of the team are going to be satisfied. That's number one. Number two, would have casualties today. Because there were emotions that were invested there. There were people who would feel already Maebela, who have been known and I normally say to people again, when I started this tournament, next I really team now, I'm not saying this tournament must be won by teams that win it will be because of battlefield quality.
Yeah.
But if Masa win, I will not go the teams out for the teams are masculine to win. So the decision that I took that last week was because I was trying to save the image of the tournament.
Sure.
Not because of I hated Mudagazi or I loved All Star, but because I suspended the rules of football and I then saved the tournament. That's why I gave it Adida Mavani and Omolomo Khotofit.
Yeah, you just put a stamp on some question that people had. Yeah, Hore, the Timita Kohole, Timita Mahaman Skrala, and what so forth. So now you just made it clear to people, Hore, you just hosted the tournament not for the Timita Mahaman Skrala, but Timita Otlagokul. So with that being said, would you say decision Elling killing last week it favored batho kaofela, whether Mdagazi, whether All Stars, whether Horohang, whether Team Utlakule, Utlamoha, it was just a thing of how accommodate everyone?
Okay, my honest answer is that the team that I took last week, it favored the tournament, it favored All Stars, but it was a disadvantage to Mdagazi. That's when we speak the truth now. Because Mdagazi had an advantage that all of us were agreeing, unless if you were we are agreeing with that was a retake.
Yes.
And if it was a retake, the likelihood it was going to be converted to be a goal. Now, who had an advantage was Mdagazi. So we took that advantage back from Mdagazi and we said we're starting from 0, 90 minutes from square. So, but All Star benefited because we wanted to save the tournament, but we didn't take the decision to favor All Stars with saving the tournament.
So like in most cases, how would I say so? Teams also along Mdagazi, so they come from far. So like in terms of the transportation, of course, but for reason because of transportation costs and all that. So like, how did you convince them?
Well, I must say this because it's an open secret. I've covered their cost.
Sure.
For a team like Mdagazi to come and play here per weekend, they spend 5.2.
Yeah.
So you can imagine, spend 5.2, Babu spend another 5.2. It's a loss already for them. So I had to say to them, look guys, for obvious reasons, because I understand what happened, I'll cover your cost, and which I did. But also equally so, it was a lot from our side, because for a tournament to play for a weekend, I spent almost between 35,000 to 40,000 for just a weekend. So you can imagine, I had to add another day, which was yesterday, which was not on our calendar.
Yes.
So that day was there, and then I had to make sure the costs are covered. You understand? So it was a loss from our side, but it was a mileage for the future because we had to save the tournament for also other teams still lingering even in the future. In that tournament, they try as much as they can to be perfect, as much as there is nothing that is perfect in this world.
So like Mr. Like you said before, for the tournament, the teams before the tournament, the affiliation and all that. So like, what could be the reason? Most sixth edition, stage so let's say the affiliation okay.
Well, for obvious reasons, guys, just January, February, March there, diesel was just under 20,000.
Yeah.
Things are expensive
Yeah,
now.
yeah. The cost
And
of
look, I'm quite they force us to also adjust everything that we're doing. They force us to make sure in everything that we do, we also think for the cost of other people. Our tournament started at 50,000. It went 200. It went to 150. It went to 200. It's now at 250. So it tells you next year, Arobara Dalla 200.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. So that's how we're trying to also know your cost for this year won't be your cost for next year. The ecosystem is telling us things are getting expensive every day. So when you do such things, you must also be considerate for such things.
Okay, not shying away from what you just said. Saying you did the tournament for the teams Hole, not because of Amaskar. How do you come about to select the team or the participants that go Hole? Like le decision okay, no, we are going to play Kabo Mutagazi, Skepengetole, because everyone will expect the team to but okay, team let's just invite them for the tournament day.
Well, we don't invite anyone. We just take out the poster. The teams that are interested, they affiliate. And after we have reached to all the teams that we want, we then close.
So it's never a thing of Skepesi winning.
No.
Mutagazi winning.
No. We don't do that. We just invite the teams to be part of our tournament. And those who want to participate in our tournament, they come. We don't disadvantage anyone. We don't give anybody priority. The only team that gets priority to our tournament is our defending champion, which also doesn't even affiliate. It's a right that we're giving them to come and defend their championship. But the rest of the team, they have to affiliate.
Okay, what came about into choosing this venue specifically for Maebela Tournament? How did you come about to choose this venue and whatever that's happening here? The service providers, the DJs, whatever that's happening here. Like, how did you come about to?
Well, the reason why we chose this place is obvious reasons. It's a home advantage. I'm from here. I grew up here, and I said, okay. As much as I've got in my other life, I'm an employer somewhere. I can't employ everybody. Yes. The other people must benefit from me by this.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah. Kilibuditse ka hanyane o tlo ikentsha utlwa no le itse o nna ramotse. Ne le sa itse o tla ramotse ha e bolela taba eo. O nna ramotse Mr Maebela. Mr Maebela, so far we started from top 32. Now we are on the last two, which is the finalists.
Yeah.
As the tournament ends, Irana. What thing was not on and what was on about the tournament from the previous editions? Maybe let's say, for example, maybe the commentators. Maybe you had commentators like Mr Mokwena, Jack Buda, King from the previous editions.
Well, I see many improvements. We've got the ladies referees, which we never had in our previous tournament. We've got a pool of commentators, which in our previous tournament will have either 2 or 3. Today, 4, 5, 6 voices on the same day. Yes. That tells you people are starting to have interest in our tournament to also gain experience and also be part of this history that we're trying to make. And then the other thing that I'm seeing that has improved is that from our side, we've improved that Lady Marshall throughout the tournament. They create us more space for the picking of the cars because of really little respect about Baba athletes more. If it wasn't because of these people who are here, the tournament wouldn't be successful. Tournament is made out of the teams, but after the teams have affiliated, you need spectators to come and watch the soccer when it's playing, or either the netball, or either the ladies soccer or the masters. So if the spectators are not here, then which means your tournament is not successful. So, and all these people who are coming here every day, every Saturday and Sunday, we appreciate them and we respect them and we thank them to come here. Because if it wasn't because of them, this tournament wouldn't be what it is today.
Okay, and with that being said, there's a thing, it caught a lot of people's attention. Before, there was not the barricades, but now there are barricades from the last 8. There were barricades from the last 8, of which it was a concern to people who can have cooler box like 50 rand, and then a white one on the barricades because before there was so maybe there was something negative the barricades here and marshals, or maybe something and cooler box people are crying cooler box 50 rand of which exactly.
Look, let me start here first before I answer your question. From our side as the management of the tournament, I must consider we've made a blunder. Because when that's what happened basically. We didn't find time to notify our people or these are the changes that we are going to make. But let me tell you one thing, the changes that we have brought to the tournament, we didn't do them for us. We did them to benefit the spectators and everybody who comes to and watch the soccer. One exit, one entrance. In the cases in Chitty Island, whereby Motor ball, Motor Pamela, Motor phone, Tenamo Mataising, or Rotanamo Crowd, half it out changes keep and everything. But with this thing, so it's a more calculated move with our Hengatela Motosilo entrance, Wagachandor Kishian, Maramola, Nakonotena anyway. That's number one. Number two, we all can see or Renali, the Marshal, it's a long demo every day. Those people need to eat, needs to be paid. Now, so as part of raising funds, that's why I wouldn't advise anyone to start this because when we start, I will attract about more risks and more responsibilities. In your pocket, you never ever budgeted for. Now, how do you do it to raise money? You must now start to say, okay, that 50 rand, it may be a 50 rand to other people or it solves something. Now, in the stall, those stalls, we sold them. We said to somebody, give us this much, let's buy a barracation, and then we'll give you an opportunity to come and sell something. But the other thing that I want to say to you guys, our people are taking advantage. And maybe because they know who we are. And I believe really somehow what you are trying to do because of banana or who are you. That thing is a problem and I'll show you why. And I'm not going to mention other tournaments, but where people are going, they pay. They follow the law when they get there. I understand. But equally so, let me give you a very typical example. You go to stadium. We are already gating a stadium. Because by everything, people they still buy tickets to go to that stadium. But when they must come and promote their own thing, maybe somewhere, Barfield or this thing. We all know here we don't have a sponsor. And for this thing to grow, it must be self-sustainable. And what I'm trying to do now, which people are failing to see, I'm preparing this tournament to be sustainable with or without me. Because if tomorrow I wake up and decide to say, I'll no longer do the tournament, or God forbid, I pass in this world, the tournament is going to die. But if the tournament can be self-generating the funds and be able to run itself, then the committee that is there will be able to carry the tournament forward. But if Mr. Maebela is not there, how will the tournament sustain itself? You understand? But because of our people, they are short-sighted. They don't think for the future. They feel or maybe want to exploit people. But now we're preparing them. They must know we can do this and this and this to raise money. And then regards a charity affiliation like this, and then so this and this and that, and then the tournament can still continue with or without Mr. Maebela. So if people can start to understand that one, we are trying to prepare the tournament to be self-sustainable without anybody's being there. So that's the whole reason.
So like Mr. Before the tournament started, there were some rumors that they will be having 2 grounds this year.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
we're saying
Well, we were supposed to have two grounds, yes, and we're still going to work on them. Unfortunately, there were many stories about the land that we had to not to just look at them ready to hell. We had to entertain such things. And then also remember you just say no, you then start to see other challenges that are there, which you must never overlook, you must work on them. So such things are the things that you don't worry, suspend that ground. But you can see we've cleaned it, but we're still gonna put them. Even the next tournament. Soon we'll start to work on it.
So which that was a big question to people because they were asking themselves. There was a major question that came about. How are these people planning in advance if ground Kuriwa while the games are still already on that side? So like how are you planning in advance? Like le plan abo kanangkang in advance before le tla thoma tournament because ho ba le di questions tse ngata gore why ground e khuriwa re bolaisiwa di dusty and whatever, why tshwantse e khuriwa ho le ono, now re surpriseiwa ka di barricades as we just said, as you just answered, but now le planner in advance bo kanangkang gore dilo tse o diragala.
Okay, look, can I now already ground are di khore ka matsogo.
Yeah.
There are machines involved. Yeah. And those machines, they cost money. For argument's sake, for you to have a grade of per day, you are looking at something not less than 7.5 per day.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. To have a TLB on side, you are looking at not less than 4.2 per day. Now, that money, if you have a grade or TLB here for a week, you are taking the whole of the money along with the affiliation. Yeah. Fortunately now, from us as Maebela Group, we own those things. They are our things. However, they are working somewhere. We can only steal them over the weekend. You understand? Because we can't forget to make money to come and fund the tournament. And after compromise, tournament. We must concede also, and also don't forget, maybe before I concede, we had a very rainy season.
Yeah.
Well, I understand. We had planned on time, but we had a very rainy season. Every time I look at machine, it's wet. So by the time tournament is Tom, if you go 2 weeks before the tournament is Tom, so those are part of the things our plans delay. But for now, we'll make sure Rafet or next year's Kabbalah same mistakes.
So like the questions are for now, we just answered party yale na ya taba ya di cooler box and le taba ya di dusty ka ntlela go morao. So you have heard kabole na ba fethu hore ho irahetseng. Not to cut you short, Mr. Maebela, as we are now, how do you think hore, okay, what do you think ka tournament le impact e nang le yona mo community?
But before we continue,
yeah,
I want to touch on that topic ground.
Yeah, the ground, okay.
So like Mr. Maebela, as you said, there are certain things that are kora ground to go so like because like we can't expect to ground and then tournament actually the whole ground because some of the ground like high feet for them.
Oh yeah.
So like what are your plans? So really keep your ground the then next year tournament ground this year.
We've got plans. One of the plans is to put permanent fence here. That's number one. 2, want to build change rooms and toilets. You can see toilets are a problem here. Yeah. Thirdly, green in one of the field. Oh, you understand? But those things, it's things they don't want to budget from our pockets. It's things they don't want to, it's our future plans. It will depend where we take this money or what is the turnover and the revenue and the profit before we can take it this side. You understand? So I can't go or no by this time you may find only next year tournament because the profit, it will depend on when do we have money to do such things, because it's not like we've got money somewhere where it's something run off this thing. So everything we must first check where is the company self-sustainable, can we do this or we can't at the current moment. So that is most of the reason why
Okay, as I was saying, hore tournament ha ile so impacta community ka eng? Is it a good impact or a negative impact?
How does the community basically?
Yeah.
Well, from where I'm seated, and also even when the tournament is not there, the feedback that we're getting from the people, they want more.
Sure.
Yeah.
They want more because they're benefiting. Ka dipheking, ka ho rekisa, our people ba ba irang scrap ba na le more goods to collect or mabotolo or di plastic or out to be le ditšhini tse ntši mo plekeng ye one. So the tournament for me, I'd say it's just we don't have money. It was supposed to be something saying every quarter or every month there was supposed to be something that is happening.
Okay. So Moto Uri, yes, you helped a lot mo community in ka lokela di barricades because ngwana ha tle groundong o lebella mataise o nahana hore eish wetse le nna ke hola kenya go tshwana le mamang wa tla mataise or maybe o bona mamang a phamola bag or eish le nna kenya go phamola bag because ke mona per diaparo tse pila go dira chelete ka o phamola di bag. So bana coming to bana re ba le ba affecta in what way mo eleng hore ba lena only the good things mo tournamenting.
Re tsere bana ba bantši ba mo hire ba irile di-ball boys tsa rena, I think you can see. We have introduced under 17 to the tournament. We also want to introduce under 15 and under 13 as part of trying to say, Stswana se bolela se re le ojwa le salemi. So we will try as much as we can or restarted this thing from bottom as much as we can and take it up so that everybody can feel or with this tournament he is or she is a beneficiary.
Okay, so each and everyone here has his or her own player to say nagitlo level la mama. So you as a tournament owner, who's the player along hore you would say, people come and watch this person because he's an outstanding player, all from under 17s if you have watched them and the senior stage?
Unfortunately, I don't have I don't favor any team. I can have best player.
Yeah.
By the way, now I get Kalwang in the football. Sport was like Kalwang. We're not busy doing that's my sport.
Yeah. But then Utlebang from who following sports to who winning a big tournament like this one.
Look, it's an open secret that I'm from politics. I used to be a politician in my previous life.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I've learned from our former president, Nelson Mandela, may his soul rest in peace, is that sports is a unifier, especially football.
Yeah.
All these people who are here, if you can put them under one roof and put a topic, you will see how much they disagree.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But with this, they are disagreeing, but they can still be in the same place and enjoy.
Yeah.
So that's why I chose this one. And unfortunately, but I love it. Maybe because of karata speed.
Yeah. So Mara speed kills. Mara king you rileng hore o be passionate ka bolo to a point that we do tournament ko re like kenya that thing while re sale mo dilonts pala so fetso re fa spirit sa re tla politiki ko re fa spirit sa se rileng hore o rate bolo to a point that hore we do tournament e kana kana. Was it because of the unity we bonang ka mkhobolelang or there was just something behind?
Well, I love to organize. That one you can't take away from me. Yeah. I'm good at doing events. Yeah. That's my passion. But equally so, I wanted to do something for Hamaskra specifically, Moramoze, but also for something say don't worry, it will be a trademark Yago Hamaskra. People already know that the 16th June Hamaskra la Diabo. Understand? We're doing it to bring back or about Pascana or Hamaskra to boil or bar meat setting at the Chile. So we need to have something say no we can pride ourselves.
So as you just said, Hore Umutora organizer. Besides Hamaskra, like a play thing, let's just say most South Africa, not in the world, just most South Africa. Besides Hamaskra, or Karata host a tournament like this one,
play again,
Yeah.
I'll still host it more Hamaskra.
Why
So there's
Hamas
no other place along
No. I'm as much as I'm a proud South African. Before I became a South African, I'm a Ramotse person. I'm a Australian. So every idea that I come with, I will come and test it more Kral, and if it becomes a success, it will still be a success more Kral. Hence, we've got something big. If you think this is big, it's not big. We've got something big that is coming. That will be happening in 9 it's August. On Hamas Kral Mandela Stadium. So watch the space. Kari 16 we're launching something that I can't disclose here. Like that we really breaking news, Mara. What I can tell you, I've got the 2026 Suzuki Swift up for grab. That is gonna be on. Kari 16. Kari 9. So August. Can I lay over 300,000 to be on? Carry 9. Not by a team, but by individuals.
Now it's time to follow my way.
And then we've got a big festival, which I don't think there will be artists who feel hot. It won't be part of that festival. Carry 9.
Hello, Carry 16.
So like Mr. As you are saying, support of Gram Muhammad Skrala has been fantastic and all that. So like, what can you say to the people Balorum Bamona each and every week to support your tournament?
I love them. I appreciate them. I value them very much. I don't take their support very lightly. They must continue and support us. The big thing is still to come.
From your favorite host, which is Mr. Maebela. Big ups to you. You must continue supporting Maebela Winter Tournaments. And also, Legadi 9, it says sure. Before the 9th of August, post that level thing. We will just update you as Diski Spreaders. But as for now, please keep on supporting Ready 16. Ready 16 in Bafetu. It and 16 in Little Bonang. Mr. Maebela, as to about Tabayari 16, people are asking themselves questions, not Kaufela and Lady Phone, or one on Facebook, or Hotatis TFing, not Kaufela and Lady Phone, or Kono Wanahore, Kari 16 Hotel Halang, what is the biggest moment, Kari 16. So, with your own very words from your own very mouth, what can you say to people by long haul they don't have information about the 16th of June, which will be the final Maebela Winter Games and the event at Leveng Ira Halamo Maebe?
Don't take it away from the 16th of June. Mohamaskrala, 2027. Every year, without a fee. Look, they will be here. Unfortunately, maybe because I'm getting old, Tato Heart will be here. Bar Calvin Fallow will be here. Vetis is our ambassador, is always here. Yeah, those are some of the artists that will be here. And we've made sure to all our local DJs and artists, because we are the only people who can make them to be known and be seen. No one can do that. It's our responsibility to make sure we give those people that space. And I've made sure and I need to maybe later on Facebook, but the local DJs by all local artists. It's our all these people needs to be paid. Exposure for who? Because already we are winning every day. So it's their space, it's their time, it's their stage to shine.
So like Mr. What other difference will we witness at 16 besides the celebration after party? In terms of this sport, difference in at 16?
We're still cooking. I don't know pizzeria
So what are we cooking?
I don't know. Can I not say what we're cooking, but we're still cooking.
But something big is coming.
Yeah.
Okay, so meaning from from playing the game ka finale. Before we head to the event, there might be something a little special nyana before we go there.
Wait and see.
Wait and
Chopper
see.
Boys.
The Chopper Boys, Buffy. The Chopper Boys.
Yeah, wait and see.
Okay.
We're still cooking.
So Kataba, with the 16th event, people are saying take it to the Kriya guy, whether ki VIP, whether ki general letsana mahala or rapatela, like they want to know what is
Event
what.
na zanga ya patedisa ebile ka se thomo patedisa this year. We're only trying to keep up or batho ba leng ko our VIP section. It's ka ba ba bantši. Mara for VIP the tickets are already out. 150 early birds at the gate will be 250. Non-negotiable, whether you know me or you don't know me. General it's for free. Ground dunga di 16 is for free. No one must pay any cent. Ha ona stolo se se patediwang. He motho a na leng a rekisang dijo a ka patediswa stolo ke mo ke yena mo nna ke patedise motho stolo.
Like utlela ba fetho hello ka di 16 o tlo ropiwa o tlo ntsha tšhelete tlebe e se wena tlebe ile wena tlebe se Maebela tlebe o thuntshitswe pila wena tlebe o khawateile. So re kopela hore ka di 16 o ska tikira o patela batho sa tlhalwanye hore ho irahalang. So please by all means avoid that scammers mo Maebela ka di 16 aba patedisi di stolase. You are only coming here to enjoy yourselves. Later event ka bophara you're gonna be here event ke 6 to 60 or there will be a time elong hore go kwaliwa.
Event ya tswalla mare batho ba sa tswalla nna ke robetse ke nna ke mokhalawe lena ba le salang le batjha le tsa sala le bolela re le tsamana go mara nna as far as I know ka 2 o'clock re tshwantse re ya high gore lena le isa 6 to 6 ke lena.
Okay, based on motabeng ya di artist ne as we mentioned rona le bo Pubington of which ke di favorites I know but they are from Kobole Kompo, bo Thato Hati from Amapiano, Calvin Fallo, Broken Beats. There's people who gonna have questions why aren't hip hop artists not covered in the event? Why basa regadiwe le bona as one of the upcoming artists tsa mo high ba khona ho bonahala mo eventeng ya tshwana le Maebela?
Look, it's a very valid question which we must work on it. However, we need to moving forward. People must not sit in the corner and complain. They must raise their hands and come and join us and say, if you are under entertainment, this section, can I volunteer myself to make sure about this section we are covered? You understand? Because of, remember, now hey, you have an opportunity to do other things in the tournament. Your first thing podcast. Yes. That will be the first. Yes. You will think about something that it's your passion for now. So, for now. Other things, other people must come and join us and be part of those things.
So like
there you heard it.
To save your time, Mr. Before we wrap it up, because so like Mr. Maebela as an individual, you are an idol to some of the kids, some. So like what can you say to the young ones? They look up to you as an individual.
They must go to school.
Yeah.
I know we were hearing this
every day.
They must go to school, that's number one. They must not go to school to go and want to be doctors, want to be engineers. They must just go to school and learn how to read and write and to understand. You must read to understand and write to I'm saying this because people fail to understand for Motuta school we really doctorate or is a lawyer. They think over time.
Yeah.
As over time. English fluent over time. They forget that English is just a language. You understand? But why I'm saying people must go to school, they must go to school to learn how to write and read and come back. Baba feeling where they want to further their education and make it out of education, they must do so. But I believe one of the reasons why many foreigners in our in our country is because us as South Africans we are lazy. We are lazy to invent. we are consumers.
Yeah.
We believe in consuming more than to invent. So the generation that comes after me, they must make sure they go to school not to be employed, to be employed. They must go to school to come and be inventors and be the employers.
So one might say, okay, I try by all means to go to school. I try by all means to understand, but I'm slow and my education level is just low. So without education, what can I do? What other motivation can you give me in order for me to be like you, if there is one?
Your question is still the same as the previous one, and I know why I've answered you that way. Because not all of us can know how to read and write. I was the dumbest person at school. And when I tell people that the highest qualification I have is matric, they don't believe. I don't have any post-matric. But because of I believed in myself, I believed in working hard. And I've looked at other opportunities except going to school. Because as I've said to you, we've got a problem here. We like to consume more than to do. Really. So I believe all of us, let's give ourselves a chance to explore ourselves. Not many of us, we don't know who we are because of we believe in consuming. We don't want to express ourselves, and people must know to fail is not a downfall. To fail is an experience that we must take forward to do anything that we want to do.
But for in easy words or in simplest form, hard work pays.
Correct.
I want to happy from what I just heard. Hard work pays to whether you must just put in effort. So as to you just had whatever queries that you had, he just answered them. Before we just close our episode today, Mr. Maebela, how can people get in touch with you if maybe they want to join for the next tournament, or maybe if they want to come, as we just said, Kataba Yadi hip hop artists, or maybe the stall owners of join? How can they get in contact with you? Because you are hard meant to find. We also went through some hardships to find you. So
no. You are looking at the wrong direction. My brother, I'm forever here. That corner there is my corner. That corner there is my corner. More like every day. Look, I'm easy to be found. But our page is there, Maebela Group Foundation. They answer everything that comes, whether it's a negative, it's a criticism or it's a compliment. My team is there to respond to you when you need me. Like he gave them easily like that. So the other thing, we are 16. As I've said, we're cooking. Now we're making me to take out the secret. We're launching an app, Maebela Group Foundation app, which you will know about us, the future events, everything that we're doing. The app will be on iOS, will be on Android. That is 16. So, as we speak, I've got a team that is working 24/7 to make sure Orgadi 16. I gave them a deadline. Orgadi 16 that app needs to be launched. We are going to try to be paperless in everything. Lead the team to affiliate or do that app. Arasanya any contact with people. It will allow people to pay, will allow everything. People who want to ask president questions, who want to deposit ideas and everything, the app will allow such things. So that app will be launched at 6 o'clock. Just after the final, you will see there will be a special screen. You must watch that screen. All breaking news will be on that screen.
He gave us almost all secrets. We'll just wait for him to just confess more going forward. But for now, he just gave us a little less of what he has now. And I'm glad that all the questions that we had are pointing to him. He was able to answer them. Keep on liking, keep on subscribing, keep on sharing. It's your favorite host with the most, the blacker, the berry, the sweeter, the juicy, and so spala di cremora, rolling with Mr Sello Maebela, the owner of the Maebela Winter Tournament, and my co-host Mutsipe.
The Brazilian Kaka.
We thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you, Buffet. And out.
For weeks, we stood on the sidelines, behind the cameras, and in front of the microphones. We captured the goals, the celebrations, the emotions, the interviews, and the stories that made the Maebela Winter Games special. From players and coaches to supporters and organizers, our mission was simple: to give local football the spotlight it deserves. Through reels, match highlights, player interviews, fan moments, and behind-the-scenes coverage, we documented the journey from the first match to the finals. This is more than content. This is football history preserved for the community. Thank you to the Maebela Group Foundation, all participating teams, supporters, and everyone who trusted us with their stories. We are Diski Spreaders. Real football, real people, real stories.